Is there really a better dev team to make a James Bond video game than the team behind Hitman? They have decades of experience in this kind of thing. And of course, we were lucky enough to talk to IO Interactive and check out 007 First Light recently at Gamescom. And so this is the interview. Unfortunately, there isn't really any footage in it at the moment. That's just something that was out of our control. Hopefully you enjoyed the questions. We get to talk about how they actually approached the IP, the differences between 47 and Bond, and just so much more. It is a really eye-opening interview, and I really wish we had more footage to show you, but maybe next time. That's just how it works sometimes. Enjoy the interview. Welcome to Gamescom. We are here with the IO team, and of course we had to check out 007 First Light, and I've stolen one of their team into a very wonderful small booth to talk more about the game. Would you like to introduce yourself first before I start grilling you with questions?
Yes, of course. So hi, my name is Tian Smith. I'm our senior licensing producer on 007 First Light.
My first question has to be, how is the studio kind of response to getting this IP to work with after working on Hitman and stuff? Is it humbling? Is it exciting? How is it?
I would almost say all of the above. You know, like it's definitely been something that everybody has been super excited about. For us at IO Interactive, as you know, we have over 25 years of agent fantasy experience. So you know that the world of espionage is not that new to us. But getting the opportunity to work on, what some would call the original action spy, is definitely, an amazing experience. So yeah, for us from the get-go, we were really focused that we knew we wanted to create and tell a reimagined origin story of a young James Bond, and it's been great so far.
Can we talk about how that kind of process came about, of the fact that it is an origin story? Were there several other, like how did you settle an origin story? Did they approach you and ask, do you want to make an origin story? Or did they come to you with, hey, ideas, and you were like, we want to do an origin story, and then they were like, that sounds great? Like, how did that fall into place?
It was very much, driven by us, from the beginning. It was an early on decision creatively, also by our management and everything, that the opportunity to get to do a retelling, but a reimagined version of that, meant that it grants us a lot of opportunity. So not just from a narrative point of view do you get to meet a young Bond in a way that you've never met before. I mean, this is him before MI6, before his 00 status, before any of that. He still needs to earn his number, and you meet him in the very beginning, fresh out of the Royal Navy, and circumstances happen that throw him deeper into this world of espionage. He gets the attention of MI6, and he still needs to go through 00 recruit training. That's partly when you see the demonstration later, you'll see a bit of a glimpse of that, where and he's not yet that hardened, solo, cold-hearted, do everything, agent. He needs to become that. So in the mission that you'll see later in the demonstration, he's working with a team. He's working with his recruitment, 00 recruits. And without spoiling too much, you'll see how that turns out and how that plays out. But at the same time, besides the narrative, it also meant that from a gameplay point of view, it offers us a really good opportunity that you as the player and him as the character really get to go on this journey together, this journey of becoming, this journey of him seeking his purpose, and this journey of him learning the ropes, so to speak. So it made for a very fun combination.
It really feels like if anyone has the knowledge and skills needed to tackle a challenge like this, it would be the team behind Hitman. How has it been kind of leaning on the knowledge that you have to build out some of it, while also, like, Bond is obviously a very different character to Agent 47. Like, how do you pick which pieces are really helpful and, like, where you need to divert off from the normal path?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. We feel the same way, that there's a lot of expertise in our teams. We have a great teams back home that really pour their heart and soul into this, and so a lot of that expertise that come with that stealth action vibe You know, there are elements of that we get to carry over, but it is two different games. You know, like our past games, and this is a wholly original, new created. You know, in its essence. First Light is a third-person, story-driven action-adventure game. You know, so it's a bit of a departure from what you may have seen from our studio before, but we're very excited to fill that space. We're very excited to expand on that. You will see elements of creative approach. So the story that you will go on is definitely going to be an adventure that includes that globe-trotting element that not only IOI is known for, but that comes with the territory that you expect from, you know, the Bron franchise. So in certain moments, we might bring things in a little bit more linear to drive the story forward, drive the momentum and the action forward. In other times, we open it up a bit, and you have, you know, your goal or destination to reach. It's up to you how you do that, how you get there. Do you stealth through? Do you rely on your gadgets from Q Branch? All of this is at your disposal.
It feels like when you kind of compare and contrast the two, that there is a narrative in the Hitman games, and sometimes it's more used as a way to get you from point A to point B and new locations for the, you know, playground that the player is about to have. But in a game like this, the narrative is much more important and is a lot more of the driving factor.
Yes.
How do you tackle a challenge like that where the narrative is so key?
I think for us, we see it as an opportunity to really tell a compelling narrative. Bond himself, he's a fully fledged character. You know, compared to as you're referring to, you know, Hitman. 47 is more of a, you know, a chaos agent, and in a way sometimes a bit more of a shell to just have a singular, you know, target and purpose. But Bond is he's his own man. He can be hot-headed, he can be reckless, but pretty focused as well. And we lean into that. We lean into, you know, his instincts, his intrinsic bondiness, so to speak. Yeah. So even within gameplay moments, you might find yourself in a situation where things start to escalate, and you as Bond, you have charm, you know, you have wit, you have personality, so he gets to bluff himself out of certain situations. That is not something, you know, that just anybody can do. That confidence that comes with him being him is what settles that, and it feels like such a power move in the moment. Of course, when things go, you know, a bit more out of hand and you know, combat starts to escalate, that is the moment when enemies meet you with a particular kind of force that you get to respond, and we give you the license to kill. Because unlike, you know, like I mentioned, the Chaos Agent, there are some rules of engagement that you as a 00 agent have to follow. Yeah. But with that, we've poured a lot of attention and detail into the combat system. So, you know, nothing that you've seen before from IO Interact. A lot of fluidity, a lot of forward momentum. Yeah. You know, very, very much engaged. Some things that you'll see when you look at the demonstration later is Bond improvises on the fly, and he always keeps the momentum moving forward. So, for example, you might find yourself on an elevated platform and an enemy nearby. Well, grab the guy, rush forward, fall on him, break your own fall with him. He's out. Now his gun is laying there. Well, kick it up with your foot, grab it, shoot the next guy. Bullets run out. What now? Throw the gun, charge in. So everything is about that action adventure, moving the story and the action forward.
How was that? Good interview, right? I really wanted to ask him who wears a suit better between Bond and 47. For me, I think 47 just takes that one, but maybe we'll get to ask that next time. Until then, enjoy everything else we're putting out from Gamescom.